Hello and welcome back. My name's KIERON Seamons and this is my inky world where we draw, we paint, we enjoy the whole arty thing. If you like to sketch, if you like to draw, if you like to doodle, if you like to paint massive, big, gorgeous paintings, this is the place to share. And today we're going to be drawing. So if you want to do some inky drawings with me, come and join me. It'll be great fun. This way. Welcome back. We are going to do some inky drawing today. And well, as you've been asking, there's today's nib. I can't remember what the name of the nib is, but you can see that it's in a very beaten and broken up nib. Look at the huge big crack down that holder. So it doesn't matter what your tools are, okay? Don't get so tied down by if you have a pen that's orange, you will draw better. You might, but we're going to draw something. I'm not quite sure what it is going to be. We have been drawing on lots of goodies. We did draw a lovely frog yesterday. We did draw a lovely elephant yesterday. In fact, we drew 2 elephants yesterday, didn't I? Yeah, I drew a kind of ballerina elephant yesterday. Some the camera worked, some the camera didn't. If there's any of you rich, famous camera companies that want to send me a great camera, please do. Mine keeps switching off whenever it delights. So we are going to draw something, and we're gonna start off with something. I don't know. Let's try a color today. Oh, I do love red. Red always just seems to look gorgeous when you throw it. Let's find a paintbrush. Can't find a paintbrush. Can't find a paintbrush. If you can't find a paintbrush, you know what to do. You need to pour a little bit of ink into the cap, and then you need to I can't find a paintbrush. What can I do? Right, and we need to go there you go. So that's what today's that's what today's drawing is. So even if you start with a mistake, on your drawings, it could become your most favorite drawing of all time. So don't get so precious about things. Art is about exploring. Art is about finding. Art is about enjoying where you're going. Now, already I'm starting to feel this feeling of it's almost like the mane of a lion. Now, it wouldn't have been the mane of a lion if I had found my paintbrush. It would have been a duck or an eagle or something completely different. I'm just shagging out his hair. Now I know it's going to be a lion. I'm going to make it a little bit more shaggy. Not from Scooby-Doo, but so there we are. That's going to be our lion today. And I didn't even 3 seconds ago, I didn't even know it was going to be a lion. In fact, 3 seconds ago, I didn't even know it wasn't going to have a paintbrush. Where's my paintbrush gone? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's there somewhere in amongst 500 pens. Right, so we are going to be working on some kind of lion. Now, as you draw, you will find the character. The character's already in the paper. I believe so. So as you're drawing, you will start to just relax, okay? Just let your pen take over. And I'm going to start off with a rather big square nose. And that is going to give me a very large kind of dominant nose. I'm kind of thinking of some kind of king-like. Yes, and it's okay to wipe your ink on your hand. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Just, you've got to make yourself comfortable. Whatever makes you comfortable is what we're looking for. Drawing is all about having fun and enjoying it. It's not about, I watch so many of these drawing channels, and you know, they do irritate me a little bit, with the simple fact that most of these people that are teaching drawing have never worked in any kind of production of any sort, or even been drawing long enough to kind of help. So I do find it a little bit frustrating sometimes. You're watching people that are drawing and saying, well, I'm going to place the eyes now. It's going to be about 3/4 of an inch from the north side of the diameter of the, what are you talking about? You know, drawing should be fun. It should stay as fun. Art should be an adventure. Now, I spent years working for companies like Disney and some of those big film companies like Universal Studios and Amblin and people like that. And what these people in there, some of those artists in that building are some of the greatest artists you will ever meet. Some of those people that I was working under were amazing. Absolutely. Drawing. You know? So if they used to tell me, your drawing is dreadful, fix this, fix that, I would be very honored, very happy to do so. A lot of these kind of teachers I find quite frustrating, you know, especially when we used to design characters and things like that. A lot of it is to do with the simple fact of having fun. It looks kind of a little bit, I almost feel like I should add a little crown or something to him, but let's see. Now we've got a very unhappy, maybe because he's seeing the English rain at the moment. It is raining like crazy all over the place in England. Now, the one thing that made a lot of those great artists, like I'm saying in Disney and stuff like that, what made them great was the fact that they loved to draw. They had a passion for what they do. And, you know, quite often you would see a lot of them drawing all the time. You know, they would stop for a coffee break or a cigarette break or something, and you'd find them, or on a telephone call, and you'd find they'd look around and find little bits of paper, and they'd do lots of little drawings. And there used to be an amazing guy called Tony in Germany. When I worked in Germany, I worked in Berlin for about a year. And at the time that they were working on Asterix the Gaul, great comic, fantastic drawing, fantastic artist. And when Tony used to make his phone calls back to home, back to England, he used to sit on the phone chatting to his wife and kids and whatever, and he'd be sitting and he'd be doodling all these beautiful women. Incredible artist he was. And lots of the people would be sitting watching, you know, the kind of lower down kind of artists would be waiting for Tony to finish, and they'd bounce across the room to take all these little souvenirs of his artwork, you know, and they would have their little drawing like this, and they'd be like sticking them on their desks for inspiration. And that was just his throwaway, you know, and he was an amazing artist. Can't remember what happened to him. I think he went off to America, I think, at one point. But you can see that even in the downtime, you can scribble in your sketchbook. You can explore. You can find something, you know. You can explore, you can learn, you can get better and better and better. Oh, I kind of like this idea of him being a king, so I'm going to give him some pearls. And if you're drawing at home, just drawing away, you want to draw a lion or you want to draw whatever you want to draw, enjoy it, okay? There's no such thing as going wrong. When you're on this channel, you can never draw something wrong, okay? As you can see, I am constantly making big splashy marks, and that's just me finding what I want. There's his arm. I want to do a big paw. I want to draw a very and there used to be a fabulous king in Robin Hood, the Disney show. Where Prince, I think it was called Prince John, and he had all these beautiful rings on his fingers, and he had Hiss the snake, and I loved that as a child. I watched it a million times. My dad used to get these kind of like copy videos from a local man who used to drive around in a little van, and he used to have these videos of Disney. So I used to have lots of old Disney films way before you were kind of like you could buy them in the shops, and it was all because of he used to come around and sell cabbages and chocolate and have videos under his cupboard and stuff like that. It was all kind of anything for money, you know, back in those days. It was, and of course I used to get these very rough copies. That's lovely. These very rough copies of films, and mostly animated films, because I was obsessed. I was one of those children that wanted to be an animator before I even knew anything about it. I wanted to draw. I wanted to draw those kind of Disney cartoons. I'll call him King. In fact, I've got a TV show that I made 1994, I believe, called King Rara, and it was about this lion who was a king of the jungle, and all. He was a little bit of an idiot. He wasn't really very good at anything, but he had been given the crown, so all the animals had to do everything that he wanted. It was a really delightful show, and Mark Neely did the voice for the narrator on that. It was a great voice, brilliant actor. And in fact, he sent me a message quite recently to say hello, and that's after so many years. It's just beautiful, you know. The whole animation, the whole drawing, the whole art scene is just so passionate, so beautiful. And I will be selling a lot of artwork this year, since 2025 was such a dreadful year. Dreadful year for everything, to be honest, but so I will be selling a lot of artwork this year. So keep an eye on eBay and keep an eye on my shop, and you'll be able to pick out yourself up something delightful. Now, as always with a lot of my drawings, I do like to kind of put some kind of framework around them. I often kind of like to think that they're off in some posh gallery somewhere, you know. So they need to be framed, and this is my frame. Since framing is quite expensive, I thought I would frame them myself with some lovely, deliciously gorgeous ink. So there is one drawing for today, and I am going to keep going. I'm going to stop this video now, and I'm going to go straight on, and I'm going to do another drawing so that I can keep the videos coming in, and the videos are coming in nice and short, and hopefully we will get some new followers, which is what it's all about. It's all about kind of getting new people to see and to share it, for them to share it to other people who might also enjoy drawing. So that's your drawing for this moment, and in 5 minutes I will start and draw another one, so I will keep the videos nice and short and flowing. And as I said, these will be all kind of, oh, there's the lovely one from yesterday. It's a lovely rabbit from yesterday. Did you watch that one? So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for drawing in your own home. And I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.